Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So while I'm shuffling the traditional tarot cards, if you would like to receive a more specific message from the reading today, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so the first card to come out here is the Six of Wands. So what I'm getting with this card is a major energy of success here. I have to say, I'm getting the sense of someone being very much determined to achieve the success of getting back into your life in a more consistent way. This may be someone who is, with the Three of Swords reversed, looking for your forgiveness. I will be seeing what else we can channel from these cards here. Now, I have to say, for some of you, because of course, what I channel in these readings are energies, so these can connect with your internal world or with some external person or situation. This actually might be you moving forward in your life in a really positive way, achieving certain major visible successes in your life. Like, really what I'm getting is these are successes that other people are going to be able to see, that might really astonish people around you. I see you getting recognized for something, whether that's being recognized for one of your gifts or talents, for something that you create. This is really a card of you being in the spotlight in some sense. Now, with the Three of Swords reversed, I'm seeing that achieving this success or recognition has required you to shift out of some kind of painful dynamic in your life, maybe to forgive or release some past person, some past version of yourself. The beautiful thing is, I'm getting this sense of your energy being brand new. There is this freshness around the energy that you're bringing to the table when it comes to whatever this dream or goal is, whatever you're going to be receiving this recognition for. And three cards just flew out here. So these are the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So you are clearly in this royal energy. Because we're getting two Queen cards, I am picking up that for most people I am speaking to here, you are most likely going to be resonating with the Divine Feminine collective. Now, of course, these labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, are intended to describe energy dynamics. So these could connect to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine, because we all do have a balance of these energies within us. But of course, this could also apply to an external person or situation as well. I'm just getting that you are someone who is really being elevated at this time. I'm hearing you're in your vibrant era, your radiant era. You might be doing something in business, because I'm getting this message about you being very intuitive in business. So it's almost like you are combining your ability to intuit, to receive things intuitively, to understand energy, to understand the spiritual realm with the business world, or possibly with your finances. It's like you're combining the material and the spiritual into something here. And I'm hearing that the way you are going about doing that is really going to inspire so many others around you to do the same as well. I'm hearing that when it comes to either business or finances, the way you go about doing things is very different from how people have done it in the past or how society has taught you to achieve certain successes or monetary goals or whatever these things are for you. But this is because you are a leader in the sense that you are meant to be helping humanity shift into the fifth dimension where we manifest success, accomplishment, the material things that we desire from this state of energetic alignment. It's an entirely different way to go about the manifestation process. And whereas most people are still manifesting from the 3D, from that place of force or push or control, I see you manifesting from the 5D, from this higher realm where you truly see yourself and the abundance available in the world as utterly limitless, where you are not focused on the idea of competition because you understand that from a fifth dimensional perspective, there is no competition. We are all creating our own universes, our own realities that aren't competing with one another. If anything, we are co-creating and we are collaborating with one another in that individual creation process. But I do see that with the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, there's a bit of a heavy energy going on here. This might be a dynamic from your past that you've shifted out of, but this also could be representing certain individuals that are either connected to you or maybe just representing a lot of the collective that is still in that 5 of Pentacles energy, that kind of 3D mentality of lack and limitation and competition. And I just see that you, Divine Feminine, are really rising above all of that. Now, with the Queen of Swords coming up connected to all of that as well, this is someone who allows their thoughts to dominate their feelings. So it might be that you are in this Queen of Cups where you make choices and decisions based on your feelings, your emotions, based on how you're reading the energy. And that's causing you to be very magnetic. It's giving you this Queen of Wands aura. It's also I'm hearing something with social connections or collaboration with others go very smoothly because you do have this magnetism around you, especially at this moment when it comes to social things or potential romantic things in your life. If you are interested in or currently manifesting romantic opportunities in your life. And really what I'm getting, the hidden truth of this situation with the 3 of Cups reversed, is that those who are still in this mentality of lack, of restriction, making choices from the mind instead of from the heart, they are going to be looking heavily at you in this Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands energy. Now I'm seeing you being very unbothered by this because, again, it's almost like these might be individuals trying to create a competition with you, but you are completely in your own universe. You're creating your own magical reality. So it's like they're trying to create a competition that from your 5D perspective doesn't even exist. So again, I see you being very unbothered by this. You've risen so far above this, but I am going to be channeling more into this whole dynamic. I do want to share with you, because you are coming up as a Divine Feminine, that I have a really powerful tool for you as the Divine Feminine goddess being that you are, that you came here to this planet to be. And this is my Awakened Divine Feminine Subliminal Meditation. This subliminal will be particularly powerful for you based on where the energy is telling me you are at this moment, because this is really designed to tap you into that beautiful flow state energy, which I really do see you already being in so much of the time. But this is just going to further amplify your creative power and ability, and also your ability to do all of that creation increasingly effortlessly, to manifest your desires, the abundance into your life from an effortless kind of place, again, from that fifth dimensional space. So this subliminal, of course, comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. On the screen, you can see I am just showing you around the app. So I do have all different kinds of subliminals for many different areas of life, for mood, mind power, manifestation, love, relationships, soul connections, and so much more. And when you do sign up today for a free trial account in the app, you can listen to any of my subliminals in 10 different background sound options. And you also will be able to create your own custom private playlists as well. So try it out for just a couple days and see how you feel your vibe, your energy being transformed, even just after a few days of using this subliminal consistently. Again, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app to try this subliminal for free. So the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, but I want to hear more on this 3D, 5D split that's taking place. My guides are telling me that the split between the 3D and the 5D is going to become increasingly evident. Now, other spiritual teachers have spoken about how this increasing split between 3D consciousness and 5D consciousness can often feel as though there are glass walls, metaphorically, between you and others, where you're able to, in a sense, still see one another. Yes, you're still living in the same physical world, but you might start to feel like while you're in the same physical earth, you are living entirely different existences and realities, more so than ever before. And along with that, just like in this glass wall comparison, you might find it very difficult, almost like trying to shout through a glass wall, to communicate and interact with some of these individuals. This is because we're becoming increasingly energetically based beings, which is what we are at the soul level. It's how we operate at the core. It's how we are in those in-between times when we aren't physically incarnated on earth, and all of our communication with other souls in those times and spaces happens energetically, telepathically. Well, we are really returning to that, but in a physical kind of form here on planet Earth, as we are ascending into higher levels of vibration and higher levels of consciousness as a collective. So again, because of that, more of your communication with others is going to need to be energetically based, meaning that if there is a huge vibrational and energetic disconnect between you and another person, you're going to feel as though there is that glass wall between you where you are perhaps trying to interact, trying to communicate, but feeling this massive disconnect, feeling like you aren't quite able to fully understand one another. So don't be disrupted if you notice that occurring. It's all happening according to the ascension process that's taking place. And don't worry as well if you do still desire to have a connection long-term with some of these individuals. Many of them are on their own kind of ascension process, and over the course of time, they can opt to raise their vibration to your level, where you will, in a sense, be living more similar existences and be able to interact with one another more easily again, potentially in the future. But again, don't be too thrown off if you do notice these communication issues. I'm hearing that sometimes these communication issues can even show up in your technologies. So you might find that someone accidentally blocks you and they don't even realize they've blocked you on a social media account, or you might accidentally block them, or there might be glitches where messages aren't going through, phone calls aren't going through. This can just be another manifestation of those glass walls that we've been discussing here. So what else can I channel for the beautiful divine feminines listening here today? And here we have the happy family card. The number 444 might really be connecting with you at this time. And I am hearing something about a harmonious connection fully manifesting itself or grounding itself in. Now, this could be a soulmate, this could be a twin flame, this could be someone from your past coming in with a transformed version of themselves, or this could be someone entirely new. And of course, that's going to be very unique to you, your intentions, your desires, and what you are experiencing circumstantially in your personal life. But regardless of how that's looking for you, with Angel of Love, what we're seeing here is that the love connection that you are attracting in, this harmonious, beautiful, stable bond that's coming into focus, is coming through unconditional love. And of course, we know that unconditional love is unconditional self-love. It is breaking down the barriers between our physical human self and our core soul self, breaking down those barriers to receiving our own self-love. We are all connected in this beautiful web of human consciousness. So the more that you love, embrace, and accept your innermost self, the more that naturally radiates outward as that very magnetic frequency of unconditional love energy. And that's what I see drawing in this beautiful connection that's coming into focus here. Now with the yin yang card reversed, I'm laughing because I didn't specify this as a twin flame reading, but clearly some of you are dealing with a twin flame connection. That won't be for everyone, but this is typically my number one twin flame card in this deck. So the fact it's coming up reversed tells me that some of you have been on a twin flame path in a situation where things may have felt very unbalanced with a twin flame counterpart. And with the door to value card upright, I'm seeing that through this imbalance that may have manifested itself as a physical separation, you've actually really locked into your true value and worth. Now, you might even literally be focusing on creating physical value in your life, such as material abundance, certain markers of whatever you personally define as success in your life. You might be focusing on your career, your finances, again, just depending on your circumstances. But regardless of how this abundance is showing up in your life, I'm seeing that you are really locking into your own sense of personal value and worth. And that is what is really grounding in something powerful, stable, and long-term in your love life here. With the root chakra upright, I do see something grounding or stabilizing itself in this powerful soul connection that again could be a twin flame that may have been imbalanced in the past, but it's coming through again that unconditional self-love that you've been showing yourself, and also that locking into your own true innate value and worth. Yeah, you knowing your worth is really opening romantic doors and opportunities here, either with this specific person, or even for some of you, you might be seeing this showing up in other ways in your love life as well. I see that many different potential romantic doors could be opening here for you as well. So what is grounding itself in here in this potential twin flame connection? Okay, so there may have been a King of Swords reversed energy. This came out in a recent reading as well. So there's kind of a continuation of those previous messages, which is so often the case. So by the way, if you are resonating here and you'd like to hear more about any of these dynamics, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified whenever I post new content, updates, and information. So there may have been a masculine energy who was overly cautious in the past, who may have even been passive towards this connection, may have been dismissive towards it. But I see that they're realizing they were only deceiving themselves in this dismissiveness. How was this person deceiving themselves? Okay, we have the Magician card. So it's almost like they were not allowing themselves to truly want what their heart desired at the core. It's like mentally they were blocking themselves, like saying, you shouldn't even want Divine Feminine, or wanting this is only going to bring you pain, or somehow their fear was blocking them from even allowing themselves to want you or to want this connection. But that blockage is now being removed. I feel that's been occurring through a spiritual transformation that's been happening in this masculine, and they are actually beginning to actively manifest you into their life now. They might not call it manifestation, but it's having the same effect as what we refer to as manifestation, because they are now allowing themselves to want this. And as a result of that, they are daydreaming about you. They are visualizing you, visualizing connecting with you. And of course, that is equivalent to the manifestation technique of visualization, whether they realize it or not. And that's having this effect of possibly causing you to feel pulled towards them. I'm hearing that, and this might be a little frustrating for a Divine Feminine, but because of how this masculine is now manifesting you, if you were connecting in with other potential romantic situations, you might actually start feeling this masculine like calling you back in or pulling you back in because of how much they're visualizing and imagining being with you and the kind of magnetic energy that's sending you. So you might actually find it disrupts other connections or causes communication issues in other connections. Again, because this very powerful, either high-level soulmate or twin flame that was imbalanced in the past is now coming back in and manifesting you very strongly. Now, of course, as I always say, you are the all-powerful creator of your life, so you get to decide what love connections you desire to connect with, align with, manifest in your life, and how you want that to look. But I'm just speaking to this energy dynamic I'm picking up on here, where you might be feeling this strange kind of tugging or pulling back to this person or situation that was imbalanced in the past. And if that is the case, know that that is happening because of the kind of way they are imagining you and thinking about you and the type of energy that's sending you at this time. So a final closing message here is brought to us with 2 cards from the Energy Oracle deck. These are the cards Goddess of the Moon and Rest and Rejuvenation. So a final message I'm hearing here for you, Divine Feminine, is to really allow yourself time and space to rest, especially as we are in eclipse season. The energy is starting to ramp up, building to the eclipse happening in April that many of you are already aware of. But I'm hearing that when you rest, you recharge, you replenish your magnetic energy, and it's through that magnetism as the Divine Feminine that you are actually effortlessly attracting in your desires, that you are being inspired intuitively to those movements in the physical world, not in a way that feels like force, push, or control, but in a way that feels harmonious, easy, and effortless. And of course, my awakened Divine Feminine Subliminal is a beautiful way to deeply reprogram your subconscious mind, clear your energy, and stay locked in with that effortless flow as a Divine Feminine. And the link to download my Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. But otherwise, I am going to be closing the reading here. I hope you are all doing so wonderfully. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.